Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Harshavardhan Verma, consultant pulmonologist in Ashwin's Hospital, Somajigoda. Today, I would like to enlighten you regarding the new buzz in the country, which is Omicron. I know a lot of you have many questions to be answered, which I will do in the following session. Omicron was first isolated after 23 months from the first COVID wave. It was isolated in Botswana, South Africa on November 9th in an immunocompromised individual. Later, it was extensively examined and analyzed, and the World Health Organization declared it as a variant of concern on November 25th, 2021. Previously, the strains like Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta have arisen when patients had natural disease, whereas this variant has emerged when almost the population is getting vaccinated. So that's why it is of more concern. The initial data suggests that the genetic material as well as the spike protein have enormous number of mutations. As of today, they have found 50 mutations and solely 30 mutations in the spike protein, which is the primary attachment site of the virus with the human cell. So these mutations have been individually seen in all the 4 previous strains, but this is the only strain which has such high number of mutations. Hence, how it is going to behave is still a question. So, basing on the initial data, we think because of these mutations, it is going to have high transmissibility and it is going to have high antibody binding capacity, as well as it is going to evade antibodies. Yes, the initial data from South African clinicians show that this variant of concern is specifically affecting younger individuals, and the doubling period has been decreased to 1 to 2 days. The current situation in South Africa, the data shows that younger individuals are getting affected. Already, people who got natural COVID infection are getting reinfected. Though the initial studies show that all the affected people are having mild symptoms, but this pattern is usually seen, and it is likely to be seen that severe cases are going to be seen after a few weeks. Already measures which we have been practicing since the past 2 years, like wearing masks, maintaining physical distance, maintaining personal hand hygiene, preferring outdoors, and avoiding closed spaces are equally effective. Almost all the existing vaccines have been found protective. They have been extensively studied, and they are almost safe against all variants, since not only antibodies but also T cell immune responses give us good level of protection. This is a common question. Which booster should I take is dependent on the region. All the studies which have been done now till date are regarding the mRNA vaccines, which are extensively used in the US and the UK. So there the scenario is when a person takes one kind of mRNA, the national policy is that to take the alternative mRNA vaccine. But when we come to our Indian scenario, since the existing vaccines, one is adenovirus vaccine and the second one is whole virion vaccine. So the studies have not been done which booster to be taken. In my personal experience, I have seen people getting higher levels of immunity with the adenovirus vector vaccine. So hence I would personally prefer them to take that as the boost. Boosting is usually advised to be taken 6 months after taking second dose. A third wave is likely, but we should not panic. A combined approach of vaccination as well as maintaining public health measures are effective in controlling the future pandemic.